Hi, I'm Jeff Gould with ILikeThatStory.net. Thought I'd take you out and talk a little bit about pruning. This time of year is a pretty good time to prune. If you want, if if you have your druthers, you like to prune in the late winter, early spring, because that way, it hasn't had to weather through the winter with cuts in it. But now, before it starts to really get anywhere, you want to do a little bit of pruning. This is an apricot tree, and I'll just show you a little bit about what we're looking for when you prune. Now, see this, how this just goes straight out? The joints that are straight out are the strongest joints. When you get a joint that's really sharp, like this, the more it grows, the grow rings actually force that joint apart and they split. That's why soft maples are trees that don't last very long. That's just in their nature to grow a sharp, angled joint or crotch, and then they just don't live very long. They split in a wind. So this is pretty easy to look at and see that we're going to have a problem here, right? Because as that tree grows, it's going to start rubbing against this branch. So one of those branches has to go, probably this one here. And what you want to do when you prune a tree is just look down the road 5 or 10 years and see where it's going. Okay, can you see that this branch right here? Okay, that's not going to end well, is it? The more this tree grows, the bigger this is going to get, the more it's going to rub. So that obviously has to go. And then there's some things that are just wasting time. Like look at this, these two branches here. They're growing out in the same direction. They're about 2 inches apart. Just cut this one out, because this one is not only going to rub here, but it's doing the same thing that the branch above it is. If you were to look straight down on this tree, you're trying to encourage branches that kind of grow out at a 60-degree angle so it covers the entire canopy. In a perfect world, you'd like your branches, your major branches, to be about 6 inches apart from each other so the tree's got more ability to carry the load. You see here that this branch goes way down. I just got to take that out. Trees of this size are very prone to damage because deer come by, bucks, and the time when their antlers are itchy, they like to rub that moss off, and then that really hurts the bark. So I've got this protected. And then, of course, it's a fruit tree, so everything on this tree is tasty to deer. We'll just see what happens. But okay, if I don't do anything with this tree, what's going to happen? I mean, bad things. Bad things are going to happen. Kids are like trees. Sometimes they're naturally good at raising themselves. Some of these trees I don't have to do any pruning to. They just seem to know how to grow. But some of them really need pruning, or they're going to hurt themselves. They won't live as long. They won't have as much fruit. Their life won't be as fruitful, literally. And then it'll be sad. So I always look at a tree when I'm doing pruning, and I just see a real strong metaphor for how important it is to, early in the tree's life, to do proper pruning, which I imagine hurts, but later on we know benefits the tree, both for the tree's sake and for everybody who is around the tree. If you like any of this stuff, go to my website, ILikeThatStory.net. You can click or like or share this to somebody you know who is either in the tree business or in the children business.